And we no look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. This land is our land now, we're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we are moving from here, make no mistake. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupanuni and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we mean to keep it. We have that right. No, we ain't giving up no mountain, and we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belong to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one chorus, not a blade of grass, not one golden apple, not one jamun, not a drop of water from the farmer rule.
We come across the Caribbean Sea, mother, father picked me, and we settled down in GT, Wyoming. We've been down on the coastal plain, in the hot sun of pouring rain, planting the rice and cane, Wyoming. Yes, we take off we boots and we put on we roots, Wyoming. So the crab out that grow in the Essequibo is we own. And the 6 o'clock bee and the Saki Winky is we own. And the lava that run from go by your gun is we own. And them all of our posts down the quarantine coast is we own. Kundari crab is we own. True leaf and ab is we own. Umanayana is we own. Fried Karaila is we own. Arapaima is we own. Umanayana is we own. Weather Grover, weather Pleasance, we do Pagua and Confidence, and we know how to wine and prance, Why-oh. And we celebrate Diwali, and then time for Mashramani, it's party, 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 Why-oh. Yes, we know how to fet till the underwear wet, Why-oh. So the crap out that grow in the Essequibo is we own. And the 6 o'clock bee and the Saki Winky is we own. And the lava that run from go by your gun is we own. And them all of our posts down the quarantine coast is we own. Kundari crab is we own. Truly the nab is we own. Umanayana is we own. Fried Karaila is we own. Arapaima is we own. Umanayana is we own. fish and bake is we own. Katahar curry and Tupulari is we own. Marby and ice, black-eyed peas and rice is we own. Coconut metaji and wiri is we own. Babula and the chan with the cutter in the hand is we own. And the tiger lily and the blue dashiki is we own. And Frankie Manise with the boom boom cheese is we own. And the lion town in Lee Funky Fong is we own. And the fellas in the tree seeing cricket for free is we own. And the brother in the night preaching Jordanite is we own. And Mary fall upon the seawall is we own. And the girl foot fine but Lord she behind is we own. So the crab was that grow and the Yessi cripple is we own. And the 6 o'clock bee and the Saki Winky is we own. And the lava that run from go by your gun is we own. And them Wallaby post on the quarantine coast is we own. Wondering crab is we own. Truly Benab is we own. Umanayana is we own. Fried Corilla is we own. Arapaima is we own. Umanayana is we own.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I...
Be Mare mazak wura nagong. Moro wia kok manoro tiji ningai.
We are one Guyana, a place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana, it's paradise, it's our world.
The low coastal plains, plenty rice and sugar cane. Same Guyanese blood in our vein. So make we burn out the hatred, time for erasing. Can't make that destroy. 6 races share the same space in this 83,000 square miles.
We are one Guyana, a place of peace, a place of love.
No matter which religion is you, could a Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Hindu. Sister is a sister, real and true. One big pot of culture brew.
And all of we together could really make this dream come true. Of a brighter Guyana for me and you. Ocean to mountains, here this June. Take it cool.
We are one Guyana, a place of peace, a place of love. Runs deep like a beautiful rivers for Guyana. Oh, When we stand as one mighty like Mount Roraima for Guyana, for Guyana. Our life would be beautiful, just like Guyana. She's blessed us with her own, just got to embrace her. You say, one and alone can't love lots of lots. Put her hands together, give her a standing ovation. This great nation.
Good morning to all our viewers. Welcome down to Live Wire. And it's all about one Guyana, one people, one nation, one destiny. And despite what Coretta McDonald might say, one people, one nation, one destiny, one Guyana, same thing. No worries there. So I trust everybody had a really great weekend. Everybody's safe, everybody's ready and raring to go for work this week. And I trust that everyone will go out there and be productive. Morning to all the persons across the 10 administrative regions of Guyana. Morning to all the persons, Guyanese and our fellow Caribbean counterparts across CARICOM. Morning to those persons in the diaspora, the United States, Canada, the UK, Europe, wherever you're watching us from. Good morning to you. Morning to Paul Joseph. Welcome down to the program. You're always locked in. Really great to have you here. Veena Ramkaran, Raymond Tulsi, Shakila Bridgelal, Takur Bridgelal, Jane from St. Martin, morning. Leroy Mangal from NYC in the building. Keith Adams, Jamila Kayum, Rennie Prasad, Sherwin Siram, Morning to all you guys. Chitra Sukraj, Pat Moore, Ever Frost, Evans, Akeem Evans. This here is the owner for 592 Tech Vision. And I played a video there earlier showing you some of the services that they offer. I'll give you a quick run here again, man. I had my own music playing on there. But let's go quickly.
Same way that you do for the celebrity that don't even know you. If your friend's starting a business, go cop something from their clothing line. If they do a beauty, go get your nails or your hair done from them. I know that everybody got bills to pay for, but if you really my friend, don't tell me you ain't got it right now, because support don't always come in the form of money. If that friend dropping music, post it to your story. Retweet their business. There's tons of support you can do for free, but don't wait till they make it to finally.
Right? So 592 Tech Vision. Check those guys out for all the services they offer. Nevertheless, let's get into today's content. Quite a few things for us to discuss. But first, so they had an outreach in Haslington, right? So PNC, I don't know what to call them, PNC, APNU, or what. I don't know what to call them. But there was an outreach in Haslington, and the way these people try to mislead persons, I'm on Facebook blocking me. This viewership very low this morning. Our persons didn't wake up from the races yet, possibly. But anyway, so when you look at ministers of government, when they go out into these communities to meet with people, then when you look at the opposition members of parliament, when they go out and meet with people, then when you look at our vice president or president or prime minister, and you contrast that to the leader of the opposition going into a community to meet with persons, there's a big difference. We can't compare the two. Well, we can, but there's no equality there. Now, I showed y'all some photos during last week of the opposition leader in an area where he had no support from, Vinsroy Jordan was there. That was the only MP there in support of this activity. Now, Rysdale Ford was in Haslington, right? And Rysdale actually get 3 MPs to come out with him. So Maureen Philadelphia and Miss Lewis, can't remember her first 2 names, but I know, I think her last name is Miss Lewis, the lady in the Kimar. They went into Haslington, right? Now, I downloaded 3 of the 4 photos that they had in relation to this outreach. 3 of the 4. If you all think I'm BSing you, let me go to the PNC page. So y'all you think is lies are telling you. I really don't like it when people try to say I'm bluffing them. So let me just show you what's going on here, right? So this here is the PNC's page. This is the PNC's page. Now, hold on. So let's go here and look. They had this outreach in Haslington. Okay, they had 5 photos, not 4. In this one of the largest political parties in this country had an outreach, and they offered up 5 photos to show their interactions with the persons in Haslington. Right? 5 photos. There's nothing else here to add or take away. 5 photos. Right? And one, I want y'all to notice who they're dealing with. Now, these 2 women here, whilst they're elderly, they're Guyanese, and they have issues and concerns. Yes, I won't disagree with that. Right? But for some strange reason, I feel like these 2 women are already down a certain path. given the prominence of these colors on the house. It mightn't be fair, but is it a case where you're only reaching out to persons who are sympathetic to your cause? Right? Again, well, you got more in Philadelphia, Mrs. House Slave, verbally attacking another Afro-Guyanese in the parliament with racist slurs. You understand? Again, you see who they're reaching out to. The elderly persons who are bent in their ways, who wouldn't question them about their track record, who won't question them about what they're doing to develop Guyana and how they plan on moving Guyana forward. Just persons who will see them, oh, Rosedale, and hug you up. Input two knuckle in for all them cases that he lose. You understand? Y'all remember Rosedale was in a video saying that the PPP will be out of office, and out of office. They're still there. And the only person Rosedale most likely will put out of office is Aubrey Norton as leader of that party. Right? So I wanted to show you who they look out for, or who they're going to campaign. I saw one young lady in the crew, which is this woman here. But oh my gosh, Haslington, a predominantly Afro-Guyanese community. You can mean to tell me that y'all can offer this lady no help 2015 to 2020? At least do your fence, pull down the grass, or build a bridge or something? Y'all can offer this lady no help during this time? So now you run into her to tell her what? That her roads in Haslington getting done? That she can have four-way on the public road and on the embankment as well? That is what you are going to tell her? So I wanted to share with y'all, one, the fact that Aubrey Norton still don't have the support of his own MPs. Two, I don't know what these MPs are going to tell these persons in these communities. Because at the end of the day, when they had the opportunity to make an impact in Haslington, Albistown, New Amsterdam, Linden, Beirut, Tiger Bay, they did nothing. Now, these same persons they're coming to pretend like they have their best interests at heart. So I wanted to share that with you guys so that you understand clearly that the opposition has no plan in place for you. No plan whatsoever. And despite the many efforts of the central government, I'm talking specifically about the Georgetown here now, and the councillors on the People's Progressive Party civic side, Georgetown seems to be not heading in a direction of rejuvenation without the assistance of central government. But we'll have more on City Hall coming up for y'all later in the week, right? Now, I wanted to bring your attention to, I would have said on previous programs that there will be a few new hospitals being constructed. Now, in relation to the construction of the new facility in Region 6, the construction of the US $161 million New Amsterdam Hospital in Region 6 has commenced. This state-of-the-art medical facility this is a state-of-the-art medical facility that will significantly enhance healthcare services in the region. The New Amsterdam Hospital will be a 3-story facility equipped with modern medical equipment to deliver advanced healthcare services. This hospital is expected to offer specialized medical services such as open heart surgery, kidney transplants, and major surgeries that were not previously available in the region or even Guyana, right? The contract for building the New Amsterdam Hospital was signed between the Ministry of Health and Vamed Engineering, an Austrian-based company, in July. I hope I butcher your company name. Foundation works for the new number 75 Village Hospital have already commenced. And this hospital is expected to replace the Skeldon Hospital. And that will be augur well for that region. It is being constructed by, sorry, I'm confusing myself. There's another hospital being built at number 75 Village, right? And this one is supposed to be completed by 2025, and this is being built by Sinopharm. So the two different hospitals. So the new medical facilities are aimed at reducing the need for residents to travel to Georgetown or abroad for healthcare services. This will greatly improve access to healthcare in the region. The New Amsterdam Hospital will not only provide general healthcare services, but but it will also cater for patients with mental illness, which we're seeing has been rearing its head across Guyana. Up to last night, I was talking with some friends, and we were saying mental health is not something that is taken seriously in Guyana. The new wings will be added to ensure that mental health patients are not stigmatized and have access to modern, comfortable facilities to aid their recovery and reintegration into society. Oh gosh, the last point I made, I think is so important, because we have quite a few persons that seem to be of unsung mind walking around this country talking a bunch of madness, right? So we continuing on the development agenda. Now let's jump over to education. Now, it has been announced that 6 new technical and vocational education training centers will be opened in various regions in the country. Now, the government is placing significant emphasis on technical education as a part of bolstering the workforce here in Guyana. We've heard on many occasions that we don't have enough persons with technical capacity to handle some of these jobs that are becoming available in the oil and gas sector and in certain sectors. So given the fact that there's a need for persons in this area, the government is putting forward this initiative to have 6 new TVET centers open in various regions. Now, these TVET centers will be established in different regions, including Mabaruma, Fellowship in Mabaruma Region 1, Fellowship in Region 3, Betafawakting in Region 4, Hopetown in Region 5, Bartik in Region 7, and St. Ignatius in Region 9. The geological distribution aims to make technical education accessible throughout the country. Now, Minister Manik Chan, who Coretta McDonald can't put your foot in your shoe, highlighted the importance of technical education, emphasizing that skill is wealth. The government believes that there is a growing need for skilled individuals to contribute to the country's development and economy. The TVET program received substantial financial support with $1 billion from a $2.5 billion budget allocated to it in the first half of 2023. This funding has already benefited around 4,158 trainees. Now, the Ministry of Education is actively repairing and upgrading dormitories to meet minimum standards. Dormitories in various regions are being worked on to ensure better living conditions for students in those areas. The construction of schools is considered an investment in the future of Guyana. Unlike what Coretta McDonald is saying, set of stupidness. That is what she called it. Minister Malik Chan running around opening schools here, opening schools there, doing a set of stupidness. So more schools is stupidness in relation to the thinking of the shadow Minister of Education. Sad, right? The government is committed to enhancing the education infrastructure by opening new schools and upgrading existing ones. Plans include building 6 massive primary schools with support from the Inter-American Development Bank. In addition, 19 schools will be upgraded in regions 1, 7, 8, and 9. Now, these development reflects the government's commitment to improving technical education and overall education infrastructure in Guyana, with a focus on providing more opportunities for skill development and better learning environments for students. Now, contrast that to that devastating period. How many schools are upgraded? How many schools did Pagwali open? How many schools did Dr. Rupnarayan open? Right? Pagwali was busy trying to upgrade herself instead of trying to get Guyanese upgraded. If you remember, Nicolette Henry, Annette Ferguson, and Brooms them children, among others, those were the persons receiving the scholarships. And I know partial scholarships. You could imagine somebody like Simona Brooms with all them gold mining operations around the place. Can't afford to send your children to study. That money that was paid for your children to study, Simona Brooms, could have gone to many other Guyanese who really deserved it and needed it, who didn't have the finances to go and pay for themselves to study. But you take it upon yourself to ensure that your children benefit. Look at your house. You could have sell part of the house. You could sell half the house and still had rooms for everybody live in and pay for them children to go and study. You taking scholarship from government. And then they got the nerve to compare. I hate this name. Oh my God. Collins, I can't stand it. That Bertram College foolishness that y'all had up there. You could compare that to gold? In what way, shape, or form? Look at how many people gold has impacted already. And on the level of impact. Not a certificate that takes you into the Guyana Public Service and nowhere else, but an international certificate from international universities that are internationally recognized. Sad to say, whilst they're working on it, the gold accreditation got more weight than you could say UG. If you look at it, because if you study certain courses at UG and you go abroad, you still have to go back and do a refresher or something of the sort. You understand? You still have to go and do that. But with the gold courses that you're getting, international universities. So when you get your degree, you could go anywhere. God forbid the PNC get back in power in 2025 and we all got to run. We got people. Carthage. I hear somebody say that the other day. We got Carthage. You understand? Unlike when we continue to do a good job, Minister Malik Chan, educating and making sure that the youth, the future of Guyana, has a bright future ahead of them and they're able to cope with whatever is coming. And I must take this opportunity to mention Minister Hamilton as well, and the BIT program and the apprenticeship program that he and his ministry have revived. So many persons across this region, young people, are being trained in all sorts of courses, heavy-duty equipment operator, catering, masonry, plumbing, all sorts of things. And that's just what comes into my head at the moment. Right? But I'm absolutely sure over 1,000 Guyanese have benefited already for the year through these programs. Do y'all remember when it was campaign time pre-2015? All the jobs that were promised to young Guyanese coming out to UG. Everybody coming out to UG will have a job. Y'all remember those promises that were made? Y'all remember those promises that were made by Granger and crew? And then to turn and tell people, and because people like to flip things. I am not saying selling plant and chip and them kind of thing is bad, right? But when you promise people jobs, then you can turn to tell them it's not the government's place to find work for you. People must sell plant and chip and cook up and them kind of thing. Again, those are not bad things to get involved in. Food business got money. But when somebody gonna invest money into going to UG and come out with whatever degree or diploma or whatever they have, and they are banking on the fact that you said to them, we gonna find work for you. You understand? And you tell, at the end of it, what you do to create employment? You put the sugar workers on the bread line. People lost jobs in mining. People lost jobs in forestry. People lost jobs in Regent Street. That thing's the type. COVID come too. And the response to COVID was horrible. Anyway, it's Monday. We keep it positive, right? Now, an update was provided on the transfer of funds to the Natural Resources Fund. Well, from the Natural Resources Fund to the Consolidated Fund. Now, in 2021, the government of Guyana amended the Natural Resources Fund Act with the aim of enhancing transparency and accountability in the management of the country's oil resources. One significant change was the requirement for the government to seek annual parliamentary approval for withdrawals from the NRF, as outlined in Section 19 of the NRF Act of 2021. As a part of the budget process, the Parliament approved the withdrawal of US $1.002 billion, equivalent to Guyanese $208.9 billion from the NRF fund in 2023. This approval ensures that government's use of the funds from the NRF is in line with the law and subject to parliamentary oversight. In compliance with the NRF Act of 2021, the approved budget for 2023 and the approved budget for 2023, the government of Guyana executed its sixth transfer from the NRF to the Consolidated Fund. This particular transfer, made on October 24, 2023, amounted to US $100 million, equivalent to 20.8 billion Guyanese dollars. With this transfer, the accumulative withdrawal from the NRF in 2023 now stands at 750 million, equivalent to 156 billion Guyanese dollars. This amount falls within the total of the US 1.002 billion, which I mentioned before, approved to be withdrawn from the NRF in 2023. Now, this update highlights the government's adherence to the NRF Act of 2021, which mandates parliamentary approval for withdrawals from the Natural Resources Fund. These funds are being transferred to the Consolidated Fund. If you all remember, that was a fund that didn't see a certain $18 million that was supposed to go into it. Y'all remember, right? Now, these funds are being transferred from the Consolidated Fund as a part of the budgetary process, with the goal of ensuring transparency and accountability in the management of Guyana's oil resources. Y'all remember the 18 million that didn't make it to the consolidated fund? All right. I'd like people to remember these things, right? People like Raphael Trotman and them should never step forward and play the talking about oil and gas and Raphael Trotman. But look, these people is trouble. These people is trouble. Now, let's head over to Region 1. Now, 25 marriages were formalized in Region 1 after an outreach by the General Registrar's Office. So they got a lot of happiness up there in the region. And it's sad that persons have to wait that long, to have their marriages formalized. The GRO should, put some kind of system in place to have someone in the region there on a full-time basis, train them and build a facility, to have something there. Now, during a 4-day outreach in Region 1, the General Registrar's Office successfully formalized marriages of 25 couples. These couples have been together for more than 25 years, but were not legally married. Many of these couples had faced challenges in formalizing their unions due to various circumstances. Well, okay, so I thought they didn't have a office, but documentation played an issue as well. So a lot of them were missing essential documentation such as birth certificates or national identification cards. These challenges were often a result of language barriers and geographical distance. To address these barriers, the General Registrar Office collaborated with community leaders and churches in areas like Baramita, Cassie Creek, Aranka, and Warapa. This collaboration allowed them to work directly with the couples to overcome the administrative obstacles that had prevented them from getting legally married. The outreach and formalization of the marriages were marked by emotional moments with couples expressing their love and relief. For many, this represented the culmination of a long-standing commitment and love finally being recognized legally. In addition to individuals' happiness, the outreach efforts have also brought a new sense of stability to these communities. The collaboration between local authorities, community leaders, and the General Registrar's Office can serve as a model for addressing similar documentation challenges in other regions and communities. Now, the General Registrar's Office, operating under the Ministry of Home Affairs, is committed to ensuring that every individual's right to have their love recognized and their union validated is upheld, regardless of any administrative hurdles. Over the past 3 months, the office has actively worked to facilitate training of over 60 marriage officers across different regions and conducted awareness sessions with organizations and churches in Guyana. This is a part of an effort to simplify the process of registering for a marriage license and issuing marriage certificates in accordance with the country's laws. Now, this outreach initiative highlights the importance of addressing administrative barriers to marriage and ensuring that every individual has an opportunity to have their unions legally recognized, fostering emotional well-being and community stability. So good work to the GRO there and Mr. Cummings and his team in relation to stepping out and helping our indigenous brothers and sisters in these areas to formalize these unions. Now, let's head up to Berbice, where we had some more solar panels being distributed. Now, Minister of Public Works, Bishop Wani Ajil, recently distributed 178 solar panels and accessories to villages in the Upper Berbice River region. During the distribution ceremony, 123 photovoltaic systems were given to Develt village, while 55 were distributed between Fort Nassau and Gate Roy, Savannah. I gotta talk to who's really good with these names. I gotta talk to somebody and run through some of these names of these indigenous communities. Now, the beneficiaries expressed their elation and gratitude for this improvement. The chairman of the Community Development Council in the area highlighted that the solar panels would provide significant relief to residents and expressed gratitude for this initiative. Several other residents expressed similar sentiments. Minister Edgell updated the residents on government's development initiatives, focusing on the delivery of solar panels, public works, health, and education. He emphasized that the distribution of solar panels is just the beginning of government's effort to support rivering areas. The distributed solar panels are larger with a capacity of 165 watts and are equipped with fans, which especially which are especially welcome in this hot weather. And the distribution of these solar panels is a part of government's commitment to delivering 30,000 solar panels to communities in the hinterland and riverine areas, bridging the gap between the hinterland and the coastland. Right? So again, we see the government, and this is what I'm trying to do. On Mondays, we're keeping it positive. Beer upness. That's the trajectory on. Morning to Karen, DPI best photographer. Pam Singh, morning to you. Cecil Rampasad, morning. Lance Henry. Gil Eon, morning. Ganesh Samlal, morning to you. Taras Brian. Soma Bispath, morning. Anhil, Lachu Mahabir. All these persons I didn't get to shout out earlier. Randolph Koo. Jasoda, morning to you. Ajay Chatterpal, we're going on the Bartica. Tracy Martindale, please talk to Diana Martindale for me. I'm getting frustrated. Trevon Spacio, morning to you. Morning, everybody. Right? So, as we continue, we're heading over to Madia in Region 8. Now, the Madia Fire Station in Region 8 has acquired new fire prevention equipment to strengthen its capabilities. The officer in charge of this fire station here in Madia, Ryan Scott, shared his views on this new development in the area. The equipment includes a cutter, power saw, a small and big sledgehammer, and a fireman's axe. These tools are vital for various tasks such as breaking into buildings during firefighting operations and extracting individuals from vehicles in the event of an accident. We're not executing anybody, extracting. The introduction of this equipment raises questions about the ability or it improves the ability of the firefighters in that area to respond swiftly to emergencies, right? And as you know, we had that issue of the Durham fire there in Madia, and it's good to see that systems are being put in place so that we don't have a reoccurrence of that tragedy that took place there. One of the important things that I noticed too is that they got a new fire tender as well, and not one of those ones that we see in Georgetown. It's one of those heavy duty off-road type of vehicles that would aid in the firefighting fight. Moving on, I saw a press statement issued by the APNU AFC. And again, I'm glad that the mental health facilities are being looked after so that we could send some of these people here. Because oftentimes I wonder which world they're living in. Or is Aubrey Norton smoking the cheapest weed that they could find? Not even the cheapest weed. Aubrey Norton got to be smoking dry sage or banana leaf or something. Because it can't be that he had good. Now, in their press statement, the APNU emphasizes its vision for development is centered around improving the quality of life for people in Guyana. Probably there's some other Guyana, because clearly that wasn't the case when they had the opportunity. Now, according to the press release, this approach prioritizes the well-being and rights of citizens and is seen as a moral obligation. What? Democracy is not a right of citizens? Weren't they morally obligated to show their SOPs? These are the same people who do the stupidness that they do, come in to talk what I consider as foolishness. Now, according to the statement, the APNU rejects the idea that progress is solely measured by the size of budgets or ceremonial activities. They argue that progress should be gauged by actual improvement in the quality in people's quality of life and satisfaction. Now, first of all, if you're budgeting on money, you can't do things to the people. Secondly, if you are not increasing your infrastructural networks, your road networks, the facilities in the region for the people, you're not upgrading your infrastructure, how is that benefiting the persons in the region? How is that improving their quality of life if they only got one hospital in the region and no health centers, so everybody got to go far to get to the hospital? How is that improving their lives, their quality of life, when you're doing the roads in their communities? How is there improvement in the quality of life when you talk about ceremonial activities in terms of opening schools, new post office, and facilities for public servants, contrast against your ceremonial activities of drinks and stuff for the boys at Marriott and hosting party for Grange at Ghana with the bloody well state resources and people tax money that they spending top keeper in Ghana, and you keeping party for Grange there. Why y'all didn't do it at Congress Place and spend your own money? How you improving the quality of life when you won't upgrade or rebuild or build no new sports facility in any region? We can't call Durban Park a sports facility, right? People might go there to exercise, but that is not a sports facility. You got no sport, well, probably tarmac cricket, but you get where I'm coming from. What facility have you built to impact the lives of majority of Guyanese? Nothing. Now, a significant aspect of the APNU's vision is the guarantee of a livable income for all households. They have not highlighted the Guyanese. Well, they have highlighted that Guyanese need a salary increase. And indeed, persons feel they need a salary increase. But how are you implementing this salary increase in a sustainable way so that you can maintain and it will not cause you to have to take money from any other sector to put to that and have that sector be deprived? Now, what you have here is a balanced approach. So as the economy grows, the salary is growing by percentage every year. The president would have raised salaries for nurses and joint service persons. The government would have created part-time jobs to create some sort of income where there was none. And APNU, up to now, has not stated to us, one, in their view, what is a livable salary, and two, how they plan or what plan they have in terms of finding that money, right? So there's a balance of this livable salary that they're talking about and continued development across all sectors. We have not heard anything as yet. And again, I'm saying we have not seen a statement from Coretta McDonald condemning the Venezuela's aggression towards Guyana. Idiot. You on your life calling for people to make a statement and you haven't made a statement yet. Idiot. Now, let's go back to the statement. Now, Now, the press release outlines specific areas of economic focus, including maximizing our revenues, reducing financial waste and corruption, and expanding the non-oil economy. Aubrey and Co. Oh, gosh. How are we maximizing these oil revenues? By not putting it into the consolidated fund? The amount of money in the consolidated fund, what we want to treat it like the 18 million US that vanish? How are these persons able to write these things with their track record? Reducing financial waste and corruption by not allowing Sherrod to be head of any agency, by not allowing David Patterson to be a minister again, so that he don't get the bangles and the bracelets and we get our scales, that we don't overpay for the bucket trucks at GPL, that he don't collect the money from the Harbor Bridge to go to China. I hope he gave back the people the money. They're talking about financial waste and corruption. Durban Park is a financial waste, and the 600 million that is missing is corruption. A complete waste. Christopher Jones is a waste. And the stuff he collect and the money he collect for the barbershop is corruption. Right? That is corruption. Aubrey, sorry, Aubrey. Sorry. George Norton is a waste. And the drug bond that he rented that was empty, that is corruption. And financial waste. People, y'all remember these things? The APNU could come now and talk about who corrupt. How is it that the former mayor of Georgetown, benefited twice from the government subsidized housing program, and the average Guyanese can only benefit once? Is Ubraj above everybody else? Is that not corruption? How does a former minister of housing get her husband contract to build house for housing? That's not corruption. Look, I sometimes don't understand if is somebody new to this party writing these things and are oblivious of the past of this party, because some of the nonsense that they're putting out. And what was done in terms of advancing agriculture under the coalition? One initiative, anybody, y'all inbox me, put in the comments, y'all call the number on the screen and tell me one initiative under the coalition that was put forward to advance agriculture in Guyana, to advance tourism in Guyana. I'll wait. Now, the APNU emphasized in their press release the importance of infrastructure, not just for maintenance, but for expanding and transforming the economy. Now, this includes plans for road networks, renewable energy, and improve access to resources. This is so frustrating. The fact that they can't point to roads or a major road that they built, they should get away from here. The only thing in relation to renewable energy that these people did was put solar panels on some of these ministries and state house and them kind of thing. Right? In terms of improved access to resources, I have no comment because as it relates to that, I have no clue what they're talking about. Unless it's improved access in relation to AP and UPNC members to the government resources. Right? That's it, because Christopher Jones get improved access to government resources to get the barbershop sorted. That's still in sort out yet. Simona Brooms get access to government resources to send she children to study. Nicolette Henry get access to government resources to send herself to study. Annette Ferguson get access to government resources to send herself to study. And I'm sure somewhere you used to construct that big house, Annette. We saw where you were renting before. And anyway, to build that there in 5 years, oh my gosh. Shit. Trouble. You understand? These people are not serious. These people are not serious. How did they expand the housing sector? How did they expand the healthcare sector? What new facility, what new hospital we have in this country that we could say we got under the tenure of AP and UFC? In any AP and UFC area, only let me say across Guyana. Let's just look at the areas where they have strong support. What did they do in Linden? What kind of transformation that we could go in Linden and say, hey, the APN, you do this by, at least they do this. You can't think they do this. Nothing for you to talk about. They ain't got roads, they ain't do build hospital, they ain't build no new school, no new bridges, nothing. I maintain all the major infrastructural projects in Linden were done under the PPPC. The desalinization plant at the head of Amelia's Ward there. Amelia's Ward itself. The largest housing scheme in this country was built by the PPP. The Block 22, the new LHC hospital, Linden Hospital Complex in Linden Bay, by the PPP. Right? If it was up to the PNC, I would still using the flat structure where people knew Linden Hospital used to be. Right? They didn't see a fit for them to do the Washpan Road there in Linden. Minister Edgell had to come back and do that after the 5 years of people who love the Lindeners. Right? Minister Hamilton had to go to Linden and establish a labor office. Given all the issues persons were complaining with these foreign companies, whether it's mining or logging or whatever in the area. PPP. The call center who used to work, that provided jobs to Lindeners, that the AP and you didn't put in place to didn't create any jobs to the Lindeners. They closed down. The PPP had to come find persons who are interested and get that call center back up and running. So young Lindeners have some source of income. Put aside the part-time jobs across the regions, specifically in Linden. Look at persons who are employed through the region through those 10-day program. Now, all these people before didn't have any source of income. Now you have money being pumped into the economy of Linden. So there's more people spending money, not just the RDC workers, not just BOSAI workers or the bank workers, or the few people who work in the established businesses there in Linden. You now have persons who are not generating any source of income, having some income now to put into the economy of Linden. So part-time workers spending money. The persons at the call center spending money. The housing program in Linden, creating jobs for Lindeners and housing for Lindeners. These people can't hold a candle to what is happening now across this country. And despite what they claim that nothing is going on, they have nothing to compare it to. And come 2025, I guarantee you all, right? They still will have nothing to show. Because they can't go to a platform or to a rally where Paul is and tell Paul what they do. Which projects, Paul? Anyway, we ain't bothering with Paul. We're about to wrap up here because we got a lot of stuff to do. So before I go, I wanted to just let you guys know, Jacobs Jewelry, they're looking for an experienced goldsmith. So if you know anybody who is looking for work and they are have this sort of training, please contact the numbers on the screen. They're looking for a experienced goldsmith. So work there despite what people thinking, right? iSecure Security Services, also they're hiring as well. And also check out Jacobs Jewelry for all your gold, silver, platinum, whatever needs your jewelry needs. They have really great prices, really great jewelers doing excellent work there. Check them out, and we'll also be sharing with you here when they have promotions, so you can go down there. If you're in the diaspora and you're coming to Guyana, make sure you get down there to Pike Street Kitty, 16 Pike Street Kitty, and check them out. And locals too, I know you know Guyanese like the gold, so you can check out Jacobs Jewelry there at 16 Pike Street. The number's on the screen if you want to call, right? And cloth for all your medical devices and clothing, male and female clothing, cosmetics and electronics. Make sure you check them out as well. 592 Tech Vision for your surveillance cameras, electrical installation, videography services, and photography services as well. Please check out 592 Tech Vision. And get another play here, man.
Same way that you do for the celebrity that don't even know you. If your friend's starting a business, go cop something from their clothing line. If they do a beauty, go get your nails or your hair done from them. I know that everybody got bills to pay for, but if you really my friend, don't tell me you ain't got it right now, because support don't always come in the form of money. If that friend dropping music, post it to your story. Retweet their business. There's tons of support you can do for free, but don't wait till they make it to finally say.
Right, so make sure y'all check out 592 Tech Vision. They do electrical installation, videography, photography work, as you saw there. G-Rubis there at the Merriman's Mall for your smartphone, tablet, PC repairs and unlocking and that kind of thing. Please check them out. They import and export as well. So please give them a check. They do repairs to TVs, refrigerators, your AC, your VCR. Hear me, VCR, but people probably still got VCRs, DVD players, whatever it is. Check them out. King Kong Construction for your build, design, renovation, interior flooring, consulting, support, concrete roads. Call 679-1442. iSecure Security Services, your security, iSecure. Armed and unarmed security, executive close protection, gun spot cleaning service, fumigation and sanitizing service, general construction and various supplies. Shepherd's Cleaning, please check them out. They have really nice packages for residential and commercial purposes. And if you buy 1 year service, you get 1 month free, and you can check them out if you need to get your facilities cleaned. Guys, please go out there. It's Monday. Be good, great Guyanese. Try your best to help somebody. Be nice to people. You don't know what people are going through. Be nice to the... I'm not going to say that. But anyway. Oh, I wanted to touch on something that I forgot as well. No, I saw a post that clarified something for me. Let me see if I can find it on Facebook quickly. There we go. So, and it's always good to take some time and, listen to the others. Well, not listen to the other side, or take some time to understand certain things. Now, a lot of persons, including myself, rip the Guyana police force for this policia thing, right? And I speak a bit of Spanish, but I was unclear on it as well, in relation to what was actually going on. Now, I would have said on this program, now why would you put policia back to back? But I didn't take notice of the accent on the sign. Now, persons who probably would know Spanish would be able to identify what I'm talking about. Now, if you look at this policia, I don't know if the mouse is showing on the screen when I think, but if you notice, there's an accent over in the first policia, there's an accent over the I after the L. And in the second policia, there's an accent over the I after the C. Now, this here is basically Spanish and Portuguese, right? So one is police in Spanish and one is police in Portuguese. So, for persons who might have misunderstood, I would admit that I did not look at it that closely to see the difference. But now I have a better understanding of the policia, right? Yeah, and look at Ann photo. Look at Ann photo. And we in darkness because the APNU didn't really upgrade the generating capacity. And given all the new businesses, the new housing schemes that are coming online, it's sucking more power than we have to produce. Right, Ann? So, yeah. Yeah. So, just to give persons an idea or some clarity on this policia thing, one is Spanish and one is Portuguese. And it's evident by the accents that are on the words there, right? Anyway, thank you guys for joining me on the program today. Please support these local companies that are supporting us here at the Live Wire. If you're looking for news, check out the news desk for all your updates and, keeping yourself abreast with what's going on in and around Guyana. That's all the time I have for today, guys. It was really lovely being here with you. Big shout out to everybody in Maracaibo. I hear y'all get boat and engine to help with tourism. Ubini Lodge and thing up there. So a lot of things happening in Maracaibo Region 5. So shout out to all the persons up there, all the teachers, the nurses, and all the villagers. I guess y'all solar panel distribution is coming soon. So hold for. Not alley, them building too much and big buildings with low voltage. Okay, friend. Yeah. But knowledge is key. Knowledge. If you don't know, or you speak from an uninformed point of view, you might put the wrong message out there. Right? So I was glad that I could share that with y'all. This whole policia thing, and we got clarity on what it is and what it means. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. See you here tomorrow, same time, same place. Please be safe on the roadways. Look out for those persons who might not be looking out for you. And continue to be good Guyanese. Have a great day. And remember, it's all about peace, love, one Guyana.
Place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana. It's paradise, it's our world.
the low coastal plains, plenty rice and sugar cane. Same Guyanese blood in our vein. So make we burn out the hatred, time for erase it. Can't make that destroy. 6 races share the same space in this 83,000 square miles.